Sometimes your emotion doesn't have to do anything about your partner. It has to do with your own self, and that's the trigger point. There's a beauty behind going through your emotion and then sticking through. Hi everyone, I'm Cindy V. King. I'm the Sexy Love Scientist, and today I really want to talk about negative thoughts that you might be carrying. And it could be you got into a fight with a partner, something that caused a trigger through your emotion. And feelings are quite powerful in general, and you want to have an opportunity to take control of that yourself. But by all means, this is one method that I use, and it actually works for my client and for myself. And a lot of the times, yes, you can use your friend to talk about your negative feelings and things like that. But just remember that they're not professionals. So it's most important that you actually talk to a professional that is unbiased and can understand a human's being emotions and not being judgmental about it as well. So speaking to a psychiatrist or even a coach, you can't deal with your negative thoughts, that could be very helpful. Instead of suppressing those emotions, I think it's more important to deal with your emotion directly. I'm going to give you the scenario. So the scenario is let's just say it's my boyfriend, and it's Timothy is going to be the name of the subject. We set it up a date and a time that he's going to help me to putting up posters. Partner not really be there for you. And I'm going to be walking you through how I actually dealt with my emotion. Sometimes your emotion doesn't have to do anything about your partner. It has to do with your own self, and that's the trigger point. There's a beauty behind going through your emotion and then sticking through. So it's really key, instead of being reactive to the situation, it's so important to get your emotionally control and not really voice that immediately, in a sense, unless you're in danger or anything else. But if you're angry, mad, or sad, or whatever that is the trigger point, I think it's really key here is actually pull back and really reconnect with yourself first before you go into the whole reactive state, which I actually did the Brian Katie's worksheets. So I'm going to be walking you through how I actually process my negative thoughts. At the end of the video, I'm going to teach you actually how to get rid of your thoughts for good. So hang tight. So the first thing that you're going to do is answer the first question. And the first question talks about, in this situation, who angers, confess, sadness, or disappoints you, and why? So I'm mad. So I am mad with Timothy because he did not help me put up posters. And clearly I identify the situation, why I'm angry, who it is, and what is the cause of it. And that's the first sentence, the first question actually. Question 2, it talks about, in the situation, how do you want them to change and what do you want them to do? I want Timothy to see that he was not willing to make time to spend with me. I want him to see that he's not complying to his words. That would be question 2. And what question 2 is, identify who the subject is. What is the call to action to make them right? What advice would you offer to them? Should and shouldn't. So in my scenario here, Timothy should follow through his commitment and own up his own words. He should not have an attitude when he's helping me. 4 talks about, in order for you to be happy in the situation, what do you need them to think and say or feel or do? So this talks about deeply more of think logically, they should say, or your thoughts and your feelings, or a call to action that this person might have to do, the subject. So in my scenario here, I need Timothy to say sorry for not making the time for me. I needed him to admit that he had poor time management. What do you think of them in this situation? Make a list. So remember to be pity and judgmental. You can go all out. What's your belief and thoughts and your view of this person or the subject? In this case, I chose Timothy is an ass, an arrogant, non-trustworthy, unconscious, unworthy, brutal, rude, fake, workaholic. So question 6 is, what is it about the situation that you don't ever want to experience again? And my response would be, in this situation, I don't ever want Timothy to lie, be rude, and not follow through his commitment. Now I actually get an opportunity to investigate each of the above statement using the 4 questions, which I'm going to be talking about right now. There's 4 questions that needs to be asked in each question that we talked about earlier. And the whole purpose of it is questioning if it's true or not. So the first question talks about, is it true? Yes or no? If it's a no, then move on to number 3. Can you absolutely know that it's true? So again, that's question 2. If you answer yes to question 1, again, that's a yes or no question. And number 3 talks about, how do you react? What happened and when do you believe those thoughts? And number 4 talks about, who would you be with those thoughts? And throughout that question, throughout each sentence that you have written down, or for myself per se, I have to question deeply about if Timothy doesn't listen to me. Is that true or not? Did Timothy didn't want to put out poster? Is that true or not? So again, the answer would be no for me, and I would go for the turnaround statement 6. Replace the word I don't ever want to with I'm willing to and I'm looking forward to, until you look forward to all aspects of your life without fear. Your work has been done. The whole purpose of this exercise is actually be able to turn your thoughts around and make things more logical. And it will take some time to do it. It takes practice to do it, and it's the best way to do it is write it down. Turn around a lot of these thoughts and looking above the statements that we already have created together. So to the self, I don't listen to myself, which is true. To others, I don't listen to Timothy. To others, Timothy doesn't listen to me. Then I find at least 3 specific statements or examples of how each turnaround is true to my situation. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends, because sharing is caring. There is 3 things that you can do right now. You can subscribe to my newsletter, see the link below. When you're at there, go ahead, hit the like button, and remember to subscribe, because I post news, social media, and video every week. If you have an idea for a video, please leave it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.